Hi guys, Andy here, and welcome to A Mortician's Tale. Now, this game has been on my to-do list for a very long time since I first heard of it. But yeah, let's just dive into this. The premise is we're basically a mortician, and this is our thing. September 14th, 10:15 a.m. And I hope you can't hear my neighbors. Let's see. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. My name's Matthew, and I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and help with some of the more heavy lifting. Ever hear the joke about a hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy's a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck. Okay. From Amy Rose. I quite like that name, Amy Rose. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremation station, accumulator station, embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. Okay. Lucky, beautiful, and smart baby. Aw. I can't wait to get your reply. I didn't even know mom and pop funeral homes were a thing until now. I don't even. I assume they're a thing still? I actually don't know. Speaking of being a professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London and not London, Ontario, a serial killer capital of Canada. I need to know more about that. I signed you up for a funeral monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. Today's task. Hope you settled in okay. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. Said you were really friendly and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. I love him already. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier, if that's possible. Although you will not be embalming Mrs. Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one's going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect. Cool. And of course, newsletter. Don't be on your cell phone. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Don't get drunk. Happily reminisce. Give condolences. Dress appropriately. Give a gift or sign your registry book. Okay. So. Wait. Oh shit, I forgot I hatched so that I have to reply to my boss. Whoops. Whoops. My bad. Actually, I want to check something on here real quick. Rose and Daughter's Funeral Home. If I, and this can be on the record, if I ever die, I want to be cremated. I don't want to be in a box. Okay. Okay, so we're going to click on the sponge and drag the body to clean it. I'm so glad I don't have to censor this. You're done. Mrs. Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. Okay. Follow the arrow to the... Okay. I guess they're just changed like that. Okay, cool. I mean, I would hope we would wash our hands. Can I talk to people? We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. I know he said don't small talk, but I need to small talk. She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Jesus Christ. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy. It's always so cold. I think I might actually miss a sweater she used to knit for me now. Aww. See, now I'm sad. I might actually start crying during this. When can we go? Never. Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. Uh... I hate this. October 11th, 10:09 a.m. Ah, we did clean. Okay, cool. Uh, let's see. It's from a woman who died in 1907. Livers tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing on her corset. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associate it with fainting or hysteria, it's actually been associated with visceraptosis, which is when the organ falls to the lower part of the abdomen, which is super unsettling because it can also be caused by being pregnant. Ew, gross. Too long didn't read. Corsets probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. Tired of the whatever. About my wardrobe, that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. It's a day. From me. Oh, this is from the family. Please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with their mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it's incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share home cooked meals, sharing stories, being here together, it meant a lot. So what I'm saying is, it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in the way, and I know how much of that was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Yeah, if you want to read this, you can read it. I'm not reading this. Net's job. Here are the instructions for your Net's body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. Pleasing a Greeny family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. I know that all too well. Mr. Duvall, elderly man, died of old age. Nothing fancy, just standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter, Lizzie Duvall, if you have any questions. Please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. Okay. Cool. I assume that's our gear then. Because I don't think I can click on anything. Just the desk. Okay. Traditional berries typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. All traditional berries will use embalming, unless the family requests otherwise. Okay. We're going to clean the body. The very hairy old man. Ba-ba-ba. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body. See, this is very cool because I did not know any of this. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each socket. Glue. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag and comb onto the mouth to give it shape. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it. Click and drag the needle. Lotion on a body. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. This is gross. Click on the cannula and drag it onto the carotid artery. Now you'll need to connect. Grab some additional tubing and drag it. Gross. Let's sew up the incision. Okay. Okay. Like, I know I'm an idiot, but... you need to drain the organ of any remaining fluids. Click on the trocar. Boop. Boop. Okay, I did not realize I actually had to hold it. Okay, Mike will take care of the makeup. Okay. Time to go. It's his funeral. I hate going to funerals, to be honest. I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't like going. It makes me feel too weird. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, then the next, poof, that person is gone. Just like gone. It's weird to think about for too long, like staring at the sun. Yeah, a little bit weird. Okay. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals. Mostly, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Isn't that like, I could be wrong, like a Chinese thing? I don't know. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park to play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. Okay, you do you, kid. December 2nd, 10:22 a.m. I hope I'm not speedrunning this. So we're going to do a cremation, I think. Today's funeral is a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Aw, okay. Meet cute for death positive cuties. No, we're not doing that. So, looks like we're having problems. Paycheck coming late. LGBTQ funerals. Misgendering and death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that survived the deceased. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we'll need to prepare her body. Brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Identification tag? Great. Oh, was I supposed to take off her clothes? Whoops. Oh, now it's too late. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. Understood. We'll break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. We'll place the urn into the cremulator. Oh, this is... I did not know this. I'm a little bit uncomfortable now. I mean, not that I understand death, and I find the process of this a bit unnerving. Not unnerving. Tag. Okay. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. So I wonder if we're supposed to learn... Oh, squeaky chair. If I have to learn how to do this on my own. This is nice in a weird way. She liked that we're all here together, talking. The food is delicious. When my uncle passed a few years ago, is that some little nice viewing that we had him at, and I liked it. It was cute. A little bit far out of my way, but it was beautiful. Glad she was cremated and not in like an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be so sad. She fought really hard. Yeah, we're not gonna dive deep into that, because if we do, I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, one of my aunts passed away 2018, I believe, or 2017, from breast cancer. So that was not a fun year. I think a couple of weeks prior to her passing, my great grandma died. So it was not a really good summer. Rose and daughters will no longer be in business. Be direct and be remorseful, Google said. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use their services. It is my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways, and you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less that I have energy for this business. So we've been bought or I sold, either way, soon. Hillside Heritage Enterprises, a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, replaced Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. They have a good reputation and have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but I didn't have the heart to tell you in person. I'm so eternally grateful that you're able to accommodate our request for my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. Let's see. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if I was ever having troubles, I should reach out and you would know somebody I could talk to about all this. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and was very happy, and that she's not in any pain now. But I still feel empty. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? Okay. Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Oh my god, I love it. It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Okay. Hi, you asked if there were any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctors told me that would need to be removed. Okay. Sorry, I started tearing up a little bit. Okay, so do I need anything? No. Just straight to the coffin. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him. He does have a pacemaker that we'll need to remove before cremation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. Okay. Scalpel. You see the pacemaker. Click forceps to grab that. Sorry, I have to I keep wiping away my eyes. And time to smash some bones. Which I did not think was a real thing. Oh, right. In you go. In you go. I like how we wear the same generic black dress every time we go out. Everybody looks so sad. I don't want to do this. Why? Did you ever end up clearing up the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Ah, yes. Stubborn is usually the way. What do you want to do after this? Let's change and go fight a patio somewhere. I could really use a beer right now. Did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? Wonder who this is. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. Can I... Okay, same response. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, my dude. Okay, let's go back to work. February 28th. Another embalming process. So I wonder, because I didn't really pay attention. So do people that get cremated, do they have to be embalmed? Oh, I'm so sorry. That actually makes me sad. You hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you, which is very strange because I just played a game about that had a mushroom log on it, or in it rather. Things to avoid saying at a funeral. At least they're no longer suffering. Were they saved? They're with the angels now. Let me know how I can help. I know how you feel. Yeah, those are. Yeah, I hate those. Our son. Oh, please. Okay. Let's start from the original. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matter of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we'll bring a check. Charlie, I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront this situation yet. Anyway, sir, never easy. Rose and Daughters has been asked to prepare the body of a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney, or didn't have any witnesses sign his living will or his advance directive regarding those wishes, so his family is legally in the right to do so whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later this afternoon. Is this suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let me know. I'm here if you need me. Oh, that's a lot to take in, to be honest. Let me see. I hate that they didn't want to go by his wishes. So I am gonna go ahead and do this because I know I need to do this one, and I'm really sad, and it's really sad that you have to do this exact thing that goes against somebody's wishes. An open casket funeral. Hello, kiddo. He's also relatively young. As you can tell, I kind of ran out of things to say, so. I assume those two are his parents. These are his grieving friends, I'm assuming. I'm also not a big fan of open caskets. So just a little tidbit about me. Yeah, just not a big fan of open caskets. Yes, I'm coming. I can only walk so fast in these boots. Bullcrap, blah blah blah. Let's see. No, we're not doing Death Cafe. Uh, More than a bike accident, unfortunate. Oh, great. We're gonna get fired. I already see it in the title. Like, oh, great, we're getting fired from this. Okay, so put this. Do people actually put valuables inside the urn when they're done? I actually want to know. Um, I believe everyone in my family's always been buried. Should we do a visual at the spot? Careless drivers. Oh, cool. I'm glad I'm here, but wow, you just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. You know what? Same. The It's really unfortunate. So I think it was a year I actually started working retail. That what was it? One of the neighborhood children died, and drunk driver. So it was fun. Um, which I think we all, the most of the entire neighborhood came to help and see what was happening. But the only thing I remember from that entire night is just the mother just screaming and crying the entire night. And it's such a horrible sound. So on that particular day, when the anniversary comes around, I just tend to stay close, stay inside mostly, just because yeah, it was a very tough day. And it was not a very good week, or yeah, just not very good during that time period. Let's see. I reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Hillside can perform and will perform green burials. We do not perform green funerals as they are not cost effective. Oh, I hate them. I hate this place. Yeah, that is capitalism for you. So they basically want us to ensure that we get more money out of grieving people. I hate this. See, now I'm just angry. I went from being sad to just angry now. I don't think there's going to be anybody here. Just as I thought. See, this is sad. This makes me sad. Can I at least have your ghost to talk to? Dating a special effects makeup artist. She's like the coolest person I've ever met. Okay, cool. Happy for you. Aw, Matthew put in his 2 weeks. I hope I get to fucking bury your body soon. Okay, so funeral. Home funeral. God, you're such a fucking asshole. I'm gonna fuck. I can't wait to bury you myself. I keep forgetting to check the website. No, let me rephrase. The disease did not ask. The fucking asshole did. I'm not good at moisturizing. Sorry, I keep thinking it's always done. It's never done. I want to check the computer real quick. And then we can go to the funeral. Register a business. Are we thinking about doing our own business? I hope we do. I hate working for corporations. Heartless bastards. Why do these things always make me so hungry? Same. You're always hungry. Same. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. It would be good to stretch my legs. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, I don't know. They must have had their reasons. What did you think of that trailer I sent you? See, sometimes I like funerals where everybody can laugh a little bit. Who was it? I know I went to family members. I have a lot of family. Do you think we did the right thing? I felt bad not doing what Mom asked for. Oh, they fought. But I like it when usually so when most of the time we get a priest for the funerals just to pray over the deceased, and it's very nice because sometimes it'll bring up stories, and people will often go up and just share something. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. When I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree, and thankfully I concentrated on my driving skills. He's a bus driver now. Corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, I might add. Aww. I know it's been a rough year for you. Aw, stuck through it. Have you heard about these green burial pots? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over. I think those are when they kind of put you inside of a pod in which the tree just feeds off of you. I could be. I know I'm not explaining this right, but it's basically a environmental thing, and I honestly second best choice after cremation. Today's the day, isn't it? Can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding. You made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Eileen Hansen. Alrighty, let's. Can I click on anything else now? I'm so glad we got a little job of our own. It's a green one. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. So we started up our own green funeral home, which is super cool. A Mortician's Tale. I loved it. I really like this game. Special thanks to the Order of the Good Death, Death and Maiden. I yeah, this I really love this game. It's beautiful. As you can tell, I don't have a lot to say about this, other than the fact it kind of made me emotional for the most part. And then, of course, I got a little bit angry when it came to the corporation taking over. But such is the way. And normally, I don't normally talk about personal experiences with death, like the one where I mentioned about the kid, because that one, for a long time, it hurt. Just because I saw him, I didn't see him get hit. I just saw the aftermath, and I saw him lying on the sidewalk and blood everywhere. And it was a moment. And then once the ambulance had arrived, the police had arrived, everybody had arrived. I everybody had to take a step back, of course, and wait. And the very first thing I did, the very first thing I did was go to my sister and hug her and tell her how much I loved her. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. See, now I'm emotional. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching this. I'll be back soon with some probably more DVD content. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, everyone.